Another viewer request video today. You guys have asked me to do some activities for Easter themed activities. So today, this is a huge video filled with all kinds of ideas. You can adapt these for whatever age group you need. I can't wait to get right into it so you can do this right away. Hey you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet. Now that we have talked about egg decorating kits, I found a favorite one. If you haven't watched that video, go back and watch it. And we've talked about everything that I'm putting inside an Easter basket to fill them. Today we're going to talk about activities we can do that are Easter themed. If you are new to my channel, please join us. We talk about educational activities for kids, ideas and inspirations to learn through play, and you can just join us by subscribing. We do lots of activities, lots of shopping hauls, lots of giveaways, and quite frankly, it's just a lot of fun. I would love it if you join us. When researching for this video, I came across a lot of good ideas for Easter activities, and some I've done before. I even have a playlist of the activities I've done before in the past years down below in the description box. So once you finish watching this video, you can go back and check out for even more inspiration. But for this one, I kind of wanted to pull together all sorts of different genres and ideas and activities because I think that would just make it more fun. You can pick and choose what really would work for you guys. Maybe you already have some of the materials at home, which is what I love when that happens. Or you can take some of the activities and adapt them for the ages of your children. Maybe you have multiple ages. Just take one thing out, add another, just adapt it to whatever is going to work for you and your family. That's what's great about this. So I have a lot of things to show you. So sit back, relax, go get a Peep or a jelly bean, and let's get started. So my hope with this video is to give you a variety of activities that you could do for different ages. You can switch out things, make them easier, make them harder. So keep that in mind when you're watching and think about the ways that you can change it up for the skill level of your kids. So just be creative and do what works for you. I want to start off with some plastic Easter eggs. I like to keep mine in this recycled egg container just because it's fun, but I have some eggs here to do some demonstrations. In addition to the eggs, I'm also going to be using some erasers. I have a couple different styles here, but if you don't have erasers, you don't have to use them. You can use really almost anything in your house as long as you have two of it, because we're going to be doing a memory game. So it's really simple. All you need is some eggs. You can decide how many you want to use. If it's a smaller child, you may want to use just a few eggs. If it's an older child, you can add them in, and then basically you're going to put two of everything, one in each egg, and mix them up for a memory matching game. You can use the egg carton like I have just for simplicity to keep the eggs from going anywhere, or you could just set them on the floor. But basically what you're trying to do is create a really simple memory game. Looks like I'm missing a top to one of my eggs that I will have to find later, but for now you get the purpose. So basically all you do is play it like a traditional memory game, looking for the match, and if you found the match, then you get to keep it and you get another turn until you don't find a match. Then it's the next person's turn to find a match. Memory games are a really great game to play, especially for young ones, because it really works those brain muscles so that you can really think about where the last one went for recall. Now for those older kids, if this is really too easy for them, a basic memory game, you could also do this with sight words. You could do it with numbers, shapes, you could do it with sentences, you could do it with drawings, whatever you want. You can make it even harder. You can even do addition problems if you wanted to, or subtraction problems. Just be very creative. I found some great success in doing this with sight words, and it really helped my child learn their sight words. Definitely a must do. Continuing on with these eggs, I want to also mention that I have a whole entire video that I did a few years ago about activities for these eggs, and I think it's called Easter Egg Activities. Definitely worth a watch because I packed in a whole bunch of activities with plastic eggs. So that is a must watch. Definitely go back and watch that one. I'm only showing you a couple of new ones that aren't in that video today. Here's my Pom Pom sensory bin. There's a lot of Pom Poms in here. I'm going to clean it out real quick because we're going to do an example of how you can use the Pom Poms. Looks like I have a whole bunch of stuff left over from St. Patrick's Day in here with all the coins. But we're going to show you how you can use these Pom Poms for a younger child's fine motor skills, or even if you have a child that needs to work on their finger muscles to improve their writing. That's also a great reason to use this. As you can see, we've collected a lot of Pom Poms over the years in this bin, and all different sizes, all different colors. But if I find any more toys in here, I'm sure you guys will forgive me. So for this one, I just have various pom-poms. Get these at the dollar store. They're super affordable. And then get the colors that match your eggs, or get the eggs that match your colors. And you're just gonna half them. Next, you're gonna need some fine motor tools. I have these little tongs. They're just for kitchen use, and they're super small, perfect for small hands. You don't want to go too big, but just like something like this from the kitchen store would actually work. Sometimes I see those at the dollar store. Or if you want, you can invest in some tools. One of my favorite sets is from Learning Resources or Educational Insights, I'm not sure, and they have all these different tools in one kit. I have kind of 2 kits here. So you could pick and choose what you want to work. They all have different kind of skills. So this one, you push it, it opens. This one, when you use it like scissors, it opens when you do that. And then it also comes with a set of tweezers and a water tool. I have this in my Amazon store, so if you're interested in this, it's like under $10, I think. It's super affordable. But you just pick one of these tools, or maybe you want a couple of them, and then this becomes a Pom Pom Color Match. So this would work really, really well for your older toddlers or your preschoolers, and finding the ones that match and putting them into the container. Of course, I have probably way too many colors in here. You can do it 1-to-1, or you can do it more to one if you want. More to one, what am I talking about? More than one in each egg, and they can transfer all the pom-poms from bucket to eggshell. Fine motor exercises are what are used to strengthen those little hand muscles when they use the tools. It's also that precision in putting it into the object. The bigger pom-poms definitely are easier to pick up. The smaller ones are a little bit harder. And of course, which tool you have can also make the difficult level a little bit harder or easier. So this is just a great exercise to do. Really simple, really easy. If you don't have the color matches, just use cotton balls and put 1 cotton ball for, like, maybe call it a bunny tail, something that you already have around the house. Keep it really simple. I also want to mention this game. I've showed this to you before, and I had a giveaway on it a long time ago. It's the Lucky Ducks game. This game is perfect for the young ones. It says it's for ages 3 and up and for 2 to 4 players. It's basically a whole bunch of ducks that swim around in a pond. I'm going to show you some of the older footage I have of this. And you lift up 2 of the ducks to find the matching shape on the bottom. It's a perfect first game, and also because of the ducks, it's a spring theme. So if you're looking for something a little bit more robust, this is probably one that should be on your shelf. And once again, this will be in my Amazon store that you can take a look at. But definitely a fun game, and I like that it's ducks, so it really plays into the spring Easter theme. I'm going to bring out a tray for this next activity just because I'm going to be putting some things out. I highly recommend these jelly beans. It was the first time I found them. They are the Starburst Jumbo jelly beans. I found them at Target, and they're just a few dollars, but if you look inside, you'll see that they are not just your tiny jelly beans. They are a little bit larger. Check that out. And so this is another fine motor exercise that is great from somebody who's kind of advanced by the pom-poms. I'm going to use a muffin tray. This one's from the Dollar Tree. You could use one that you already have in your house. You could use an ice cube tray. You could use cups if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter. And then you're going to need your tools once again. So you could pick a different tool, one that's more complicated, one's harder. Let's use this one. Haha. And this one will be a transfer as well. Now you can do these transfers as far as color matching. You could do it as far as math. You could, place different colored papers in the bottom of each one, or you can do math problems and put the math problem in each cup, and then they have to put that answer of the jelly bean. So see how you can change things up to make it the level of your child. I really want these videos to serve as inspiration for you, just to get creative and to see what you have already around your house. You don't have to use the jelly beans for this. You can use the pom-poms, you can use erasers, you could use anything small, you could use cotton balls if you wanted to. But basically the idea is still using those fine motor exercises, plus adding a little bit of learning with the math problems, with the color sort, with the number match, whatever you want to do. And then the muffin tin is just a nice way to sort them out. So it could potentially do 6 different problems on here. Now, I like that these jelly beans are a little bit bigger, so it makes it a little bit easier. If you want to make it even harder, you can try the smaller jelly beans and maybe the tweezers. So I'm sure you guys are getting the idea here. And this is kind of making me hungry. I have to admit, I ate a couple of these. I mean, do you blame me? So this is another variation on the fine motor for a little bit older child, and if you can make it a little bit easier by just making it colors. I really like this one, and I like the fact that it has the jelly beans, the fine motor, the learning, everything. I wanted to print out an activity to show you. It's a free printable, but my printer is not working, so I'm going to do a little screen share with you here. It uses these Do-A-Dot art markers, and so you would need a set of these or bingo markers. I like these because they are the scented ones, so they make it a little bit more fun, but they have all different sets of colors. Once Once again, I'll put this in my Amazon store for you to check out. But then here are the worksheets. And so these worksheets are really fun because they are sight words worksheets. So basically every color you would have to match up in order to reveal the picture. So there's mystery pictures. There's actually about 8 different ones that you can choose from. And it's kind of fun because you don't know what the picture is going to reveal until you use the Do-A-Dot markers. Really think this is amazing. I'm going to put the link to the free printable. It's 100% free down below in the description box, so you can go and check it out and download it yourself. If you're like me and have a whole bunch of younger toys like building blocks, like I do, here's a whole bin of building blocks that we have, and we still use these because these are great for STEM projects. Usually you can use these for stacking for toddlers, and then as you go older you can do color sorting, you can do shape sorting, you can do shape matching, all kinds of fun stuff with blocks. But you can also use this for STEM. So I have a little Easter bunny here, and I thought it might be fun if we could create a house for the bunny using the blocks. And so thinking it out, thinking how big the bunny is, thinking about how wide we need our house, and then just present it and have my children see who can come up with the biggest, best house that stands up around their bunny. Now, if you want to get more creative with this, you can limit the blocks that they have, limit the supplies, tell them that has to use X amount of blocks, and so you can get pretty creative in how you do this to see how well thought out their plans are. And you might be surprised at their creativity for these. The next activity is a craft of sorts. These little egg foam, I guess they're kind of foam craft sheets. They come in the shape of eggs. They were originally from the dollar store. I had these left over from last year. But if you wanted to, you could get the foam packages that they sell at the dollar store. This is one that I've had and you've used several times. They have many, many different colors. You could use this as well. And then we're also going to be using some of the tissue paper squares. These did come from the Dollar Tree, but I haven't seen them in a while. But you can also get them on Amazon, and then you can also get them at craft stores. In fact, I just put some or showed some in my Hobby Lobby shop with me. So they're basically just tissue paper squares and all sorts of different colors. Then you're also going to need some contact paper, once again a dollar store find, some scissors, and some glue. What you're going to do is you're going to take your foam egg and you're going to cut out spaces inside of the egg. Now you can be creative with this, you can let your children do it, you could do it for your children. Just think of how you would decorate an Easter egg. Oh, all right, there we go, have mine. The next step is to take your contact paper and to cut it to the size of your egg. Make sure it's just big enough that the whole egg will fit on there. Then just peel off the backing on the contact paper so that you can stick your egg directly on it. So now what you have is one sticky side and then one not so sticky side. You're going to leave it sticky side up, and this is where the fun begins. I actually had this inspiration from a dollar store craft. Actually, it was a Target dollar section craft, and we did some butterflies and flowers. I put it on my Instagram story, and it was a lot of fun. So I thought we could definitely do that on our own. So now you just pick some of the colors of tissue paper and you'd adhere them on there, and then when you're done, you're going to cut off the excess around the egg. And then you have a fully decorated egg. That was a lot to take in, so you're gonna have to let me know which one was your favorite, and do you like these types of videos? I have to know, but let me know down below in the comments. Click subscribe to see more videos like this, and make sure to give me a thumbs up to show your love.